in case you get used to it when you're a child. Apart from air, the most important thing we all need to survive isn't television, it's water. Television, of course, is next. If you live in a city, it's all very well to turn on a tap and there's the water, but in remote areas we need ways to store water for mining, for agriculture, for firefighting and for hundreds of other things.
Tanks are a must for anybody who needs water. But installing a monster like this might give you nightmares for life. My invention is a water tank you can fit through the door. Packed on board are all the elements you need. In just minutes, you can store 5 tons of water almost anywhere. This liner is strong and flexible and lasts for years and years, and the tank can be disassembled as quick as it was put up in the first place. My water storage solution is ready to roll.
Please welcome from Melbourne, John Petchell. Hello, John. How you going? Now, well, let's put it up as we talk. You reckon one application for this, it'll just roll into wherever it's going like a big wheel.
That's right.
And then you take the lid off. One application is domestic homes, right?
Yes.
And what are some of the others?
In terms of agriculture and
sort of anywhere where you need a temporary water supply.
Anywhere where you need either temporary or semi-permanent water.
Right. And that could be if there's been a disaster, or what are some of the other circumstances?
That's right, in disaster zones where temporary storage is needed.
Yeah. We'll put the lid back on. Come around here. Look at that. All right. And so we put the lid on, and then is it as effective as any other water tank?
Yes, exactly the same as a normal water tank in terms of...
Where are you? There you are. Hello.
Here we are.
Look at that. We've got a water tank. You put a few bolts in there, and then you're ready to go.
Yes, then it's all secured.
Fantastic.
Ready to be used.
Come over to the panel. So, and then you can put it down again. You can take it somewhere else.
Yes.
You can clean it. What else can you do?
Well, anything as to a normal tank, in addition to being able to clean it as well.
Yeah.
Most tanks are secured and sealed permanently, so if one wanted to whip the lid off it and clean it, you can.
Yeah. And it holds 5,000 litres, which is...
5 tonnes.
Well, more than I drink in a day. Vina.
John, what's the material of that liner, and have you done tests to determine the strength of that material?
Yes, it's a material that's specifically designed for bladder-type tanks. So it actually has food approval as well, so you can put drinking water in. Not that we recommend that for long-term use. Yes, we've done some tensile tests.
Of course, I mean, one might look at other options in the market. There are lots of other water pillows and bladders out there. What are really the operational advantages of your system?
Well, one of the main ones is a large body of water with a very small footprint. Mm-hmm. So the amount of ground space it takes up is quite small for the amount of water that's in there. And the other is transport. This has a solid top and base, so when it's being transported, the soft line is protected inside, but takes up a very small amount of space. So one truck can take maybe 20 tanks instead of 2.
Mm-hmm. Or 24, because you use 4 more as the wheels.
John, what are the site requirements for the Novatank?
Basically just preparing the ground to be reasonably flat.
Right.
Normal tanks require a little bit of sand or something underneath. Would recommend that as well, if it's there for any prolonged period.
Chris, what you've done compared to a normal sort of liner tank is you've taken the outside shell away. So have you looked at some sort of cut-resistant material? I mean, there is, I guess, an extra susceptibility to vandalism here, on-site vandalism or accidental damage, you know, from passing trucks or whatever. And 5 tonnes of water suddenly going is a lot of water.
Yes, well, given the fabric's designed for this application, it's a bit hard to get a mess too easily. Someone would have to deliberately pierce it, as you would with any other tank. So
it'd be a lot easier to pierce that than a plastic tank.
It would be. One of the thoughts we have with the product is to, particularly for domestic applications, is in fact to shield it. So either with just your standard bamboo from the hardware store rolled up, or some of the micro corrugated iron.
Yes.
We think in building applications where they want water for storage on site for building or roadways, they often put the storage tanks there. If there is an area they're worried about, then that's easily fixed to the outside and rolled around the circumference of it.
Okay.
So some of the attachments will cater for those particular situations.
Summing up, Peter?
John, it's, we've seen how easy it is to assemble. It can be reused easily. And, it is quite a practical solution for temporary storage. I think it's exactly the kind of stuff that people will be looking for.
Thank you.
John, I think this is going to be brilliant in disaster situations and also for things like festivals where people need a lot of water on site in a hurry. Well done.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think you say the design, the hassle of building it and so on is a lot removed. My only reservation about this would be the safety of having 5 tonnes of water sitting up in the air. I think you need to just think about making that safe.
Yes.
Good luck with it, John. Thanks for coming in. Please thank John Petrel. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good on you, mate.